all today at one of the most significant events in the world of open mapping, so which is State of the Maps. And I'm truly excited to connect with you all today here and share all my thoughts about open mapping and TomTom as well, okay? So although we initially did plan to attend this event in person, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, I had to join this virtually. But nevertheless, my enthusiasm will still remain the same, okay? So allow me to introduce myself to those who have been getting introduced to me for the first time. My name is Kiran and I began my journey with TomTom in 2017 as a cartographer. And today I proudly serve as a community manager for Asia Pacific region, and being part of TomTom fills me with immense pride, to be very, very honest, okay? So in my role as a regional community manager for Asia Pacific, I'm primary contact for various Asian geographic regions and groups within OSM communities, right? My focus is majorly on fostering cross-cultural communications and community engagement. We also serve as a vital link between TomTom and OSM, leveraging, you can say, collective expertise to shape communication strategies and facilitate collaboration in OpenStreetMap, right? So this role majorly involves understanding OSM guidelines, tools, gathering valuable community feedback, which we usually keep on interacting with the communities, understanding what their requirements are. We also support to fulfill all those requirements, be it with respect to map relay challenges, any mapping support, be it humanitarian activities that we do. So it is a lot of activities, coordinating, organizing, editing efforts, and serving as a trainer as well, and mentor in OSM editing training events. Furthermore, we provide insights into regional trends and changes within the map of OSM community. So any changes that come to the OSM map, we also actively keep a check on that, acting as a critical source of feedback for OpenStreetMap operations and sourcing processes. Now, you may wonder why and how TomTom is involved in OpenStreetMap, right? It's a very usual question everyone gets. So we have developed a product called Orbis, which is built on a common mapping standards created in partnership with our collaborators and also OpenStreetMap. Okay, so TomTom Orbis map, it integrates open map data with our proprietary data again, ensuring that it is validated, fresh, and it is of the highest quality. This Orbis product encompasses data from Ocean Maps Foundation, OpenStreetMap, partner data, SDO, sensor-derived operations, and the establishment of a common mapping standard enables the interoperability of the map data and accelerates innovation in the geolocation space. So yeah, that was a basic introduction about what TomTom and I and my team usually do at TomTom. So my team is again community and partnerships, which is led by Sean Kiran. She sits in USA, and we have 3 community managers majorly, and some of them you might have already met, right? So with this, maybe I can also start sharing some pictures with you all, the PowerPoint presentation, so that you can relate to what I'm talking about. And let me know if you are able to see my screen. Is this visible? And it's in the full screen, right? Okay, perfect. So yes, I'm talking from India, so very warm namaste to you all. And wait. Let me know which slide are you able to see right now. Okay, no wait, I have to stop sharing for a minute. This is not the presentation that I wanted to share. Sorry for that, but I'll be ready in a minute. Now let me know if you can see my screen. Okay? Yes, I'm done with my introduction. Talking about agenda, we actually wrapped up with our first topic. I'll talk about we care about OSM data and how do we do that. I'll soon take that up. And we care about the OSM community as well. That's one of my favorite parts, so I'll take you through that as well. Okay. So TomTom and community and partnerships. So that's our team. It takes, and what our logo says, what our a statement line says, it takes the world to map the world, right? That's why there's the importance of community, right? Communities that are present globally. So the community and partnerships team is dedicated in cultivating an ecosystem that develops collaboration. So that's all what community managers are doing. We have our local intelligence team based in several countries in the globe. So with their support and with OpenStreetMap communities across, we have been collaborating and improving OpenStreetMap together. Partnerships allow us to collectively leverage our strengths to develop more comprehensive maps across the globe. So that's again the importance of community collaboration plus the local knowledge community holds, right? So with this very valid source that we have of local knowledge, we can build up the most accurate and fresh maps in the world. And how is TomTom doing all these activities around the globe, around continents like Asia Pacific? I'll share some pictures from our Asia Pacific events that we have been doing throughout 2024 and also some remarkable achievements that we have received, we have taken up into this entire year, right? So events and encourage community building and collaboration, that's one of our again key value you can say. We also share leads and challenges with the communities globally. So we have our expert engineers who are actively working on identifying areas where there needs to be some data updated, there needs to be some data to be fixed. So they will identify those areas, they'll create leads, and they'll upload all those areas, locations, leads into a map challenge or a tasking manager project, and we'll share that with the community, and which communities are absolutely happy that they are getting such kind of areas where they can sit and fix missing things or incorrect things in the OpenStreetMap, right? So that's one way. We have been introduced and trained new contributors. So I would definitely like to talk about India as one of the biggest examples. We have been, we are one of the highest countries where we have, the only country where we have onboarded bigger number of newbies to OpenStreetMap. So we have been reaching out to universities, colleges where students are learning GIS, geography, or geology also for that matter, and we are introducing them to OpenStreetMap, and then they can also use this map into their research projects or something like that, okay? So this has been a great success story about India, but of course not just India, we can talk about Ghana, we can talk about any other regions or communities globally where we have been onboarding and training new contributors. So that's also very essential. We as a community teach our newer generations about OpenStreetMap and onboard them to map things around us, right? Second thing is map editing, validation, and quality checking. So not just having mapping parties across globe, but of course validation is equally important, right? So whenever the corporates like us are dependent on the data from OSM, then we also need to ensure about its validation and quality checking. So where many of the TomTomers also spend their time fixing data, fixing errors in OpenStreetMap, right? So that's also something we do on our weekends, free days, and during our mapping parties, okay? Yes, next point is again mapathons, mapping parties that we do both face-to-face and virtually, and that's again a global thing we have, not just in any specific country. We do have this kind of mapping parties, mapathons, which also support, again the next point which says is humanitarian editing support that we are providing globally. Second and very important point where I'm also talking about TomTom is again State of the Maps Asia. So we are also sponsoring and presenting at major OSM conferences globally. So State of the Maps Global, USA, France, Italy, Croatia, Europe, Africa, many more actually to be very honest. First for Oceania, we recently sponsored and presented there as well. So that's been our journey so far. State of the Maps Global, which is happening in Philippines, we are also all set for that. And yeah, many more events to come, and maybe we soon will have a face-to-face catch-up in one of these events very soon, okay? So yes, one of the best slides that I think is to talk about what we have done in 2024, right? So here are the numbers, very exciting. 164 countries have been improved through TomTom generated tasks. So out of all the map-related challenges or task manager projects or mapping parties, mapathons we have been conducting globally, these many countries have participated, we have together mapped and we have improved the OSM data. 2446 unique OSM community members have collaborated with TomTom, and I think the number has increased by now to very high. So it must be more than this, absolutely, I'm very much sure. 878 new OSM contributors introduced by TomTom, but trust me, this numbers has been increased by at least 5 to 10 times because even if I talk about India, we are around 1800 new students have been introduced to OSM by TomTom, and that's only in India, okay? So moving ahead and let's talk about what features and how many edits have we done so far. So that's the number here. 5,55,000 buildings have been edited, 2,66,000 highways, 1,11,000 land use and land cover edits, which may include green areas, forests, parks, and all. And other than that, we have also edited 1,10,000 other objects into OpenStreetMap that can be anything, right? From a tiny well, a hand pump, a route, a barrier, a railway, or any point of interest. So that's all we have been doing. And here on the black on the left hand side, you can see the number of projects or title of the projects that we have worked so far. So these are usually the projects that we share with the communities as well, like add highways and buildings in a particular region. Fixed object which conflicts, like building crossing, building crossing a road probably, right? Or a building crossing a water body. So these are some of the areas where we have been sharing some challenges, right? So even if this project, if I talk about fixed disconnected highways, right? So it in a way creates some kind of error into an end product, right? So we cannot leave any highways that are disconnected, right? Excluding islands, of course. So these are the areas where we have been contributing and improving again the OpenStreetMap data. So yes, let's partner. TomTom really welcomes for all the partnerships. Together we will be definitely collaborating and improving OpenStreetMap globally. So some of the pictures from Asia Pacific also I will try to showcase here. The first picture you see here is about this women catalyst group that we have in India. These group of women have developed a mobile application for India, which is about collecting illegal garbage dumps, right? So dumping spots in India. So they are just clicking a picture, capturing a XY location, and they are uploading this data to into this mobile application. This data is then collected by municipal corporation, and maybe in a couple of days the spot is getting cleared. So this is under development phase, the mobile application, but soon it would be getting implemented and uploaded to the Play Store as well for everyone to use. But this is one of the very nicest success stories that I've seen using OpenStreetMap this women have built. TomTom has supported and also shared some of the APIs to build this TomTom. This application from TomTom. So that's one interesting story from India again. These are some of our recent mapping parties that we have held in Taiwan. This was with OpenHerMap and some Indonesia, some Thailand communities also. In Thailand, we have also reached out to a lot of universities where students have collaborated with us, right? This is again with Zurich University from Indonesia, where we have been reaching out for collaboration, right? This slide I'm talking about is from Australia. In Western Sydney University, we had a similar introduction about OpenStreetMap and TomTom to the students of GIS. And they were also onboarded to OpenStreetMap, and trust me, even today they have been mapping using all TomTom challenges into their projects, which is now again part of their curriculum, right? So now, before this, GIS was not part of their curriculum, but when TomTom introduced them to OSM, OSM has been part of their curriculum as well. So they have to like map some projects into one of their semesters, right? So that is again one very interesting story. This on the right bottom you can see is a picture from our South Korea mapping party, which was held in our local office there. She's our ally, Chloe, and she's been doing a great job there as well, inviting new students and existing community members as well to the mapping parties and sitting together. They have mapped a lot of features that were missing in South Korea and some that were incorrect. So they have come together and sat and fixed all those errors. So it's a nice event. Of course, if you hear any one of us from TomTom inviting you for a mapping party, do visit this mapping parties or mapathons. We have a nice celebration, like we have good food, drinks and everything. So you can join us together, right? This is again from Indonesia. We are also doing face-to-face, virtually, both type of mapping parties. This was again from Indonesia. This was from our Youth Mappers Summit in the month of June in Bangkok. So with all the youth mappers regionally, they came up, they represented their work. It was also a very nice event, which again was also sponsored from TomTom. This time picture here down you can see is from Pune, India. Again, a lot of mapping parties. Every month I think we do have at least one mapping party with all the newbies, and sometimes there are repeaters as well who like support us as volunteers, and then they help newbies get onboarded and make OSM easy for them, right? Phosphorology Oceania, very recent one where we participated. This is also on my LinkedIn page. You can have a look at that. So we got an opportunity to participate in the panel discussion there. We spoke about what TomTom is doing and how communities globally are involved with us, right? Yes, next slide. But till now, if you have any questions, please write it down somewhere. At the end, we'll have 5-10 minutes of question and answer sessions, okay? So I'll quickly talk about all the education, humanitarian, corporate organizations and how we are building the community, plus we are collaborating with them, right? So map editing parties are held at TomTom offices globally. Amsterdam is of course one of our headquarters, so where we have map times every month. Again, I said collaboration between different universities, colleges, humanitarian efforts and corporate organizations. We have been partnering with a lot of corporates who are again using OpenStreetMap data to build better and common features on OpenStreetMap, right, which are of common interest for both the corporates. There are a lot of events happening in other parts of the world as well, where a lot of mapping events have happened. Map editing parties, mapathons I won't talk about, so one of us would always be sharing their posts on social medias where we are holding mapathons, mapping parties. So Hajar, my colleague in Africa, she's responsible for Africa region, Salim for Europe, Kiran Aide for again Asia Pacific. So do stay in touch with us on social medias and do participate in all these events, right? Talking about maps, people, sports and culture. So very recent Paris Olympics that were held, TomTom stepped in to ensure the freshest OpenStreetMap data for this Europe's biggest sports event that was held in 2024, right? So we are committed to covering every detail, and yes, that's one of the very recent success stories from our collaboration with OpenStreetMap. Not just that, but of course we are supporting mappers' growth, and how we are doing that by having educational events around the world, teaching students, teaching interested candidates to learn OpenStreetMap. And these are some of the examples. Again, International Institute of Information Technology, which is also called as I2IT, where we spoke to around 150 students there. We introduced OpenStreetMap to them, and students gained this knowledge needed to map their local areas, neighborhoods, their holiday areas, wherever they go. And that's how you will see, even in India today, I can proudly say that we have made so far 48 million edits in 2024. Okay, so that's very, very impressive. And hence India stands the tallest among the top edited countries in the world by the community, and that too all voluntarily. So thanks to everyone who has been supporting again. Thailand, very recent pictures from our mapping parties. I'll quickly run through this if I'm short of time right now. I know that Mexico, Ghana, a lot of mapping parties happening with youth mappers there in Ghana. Amsterdam, Kosovo, Italy. Okay, there are many more, but I was not able to add everything to this slide. But call to action again. Humanitarian mapping support. TomTom always stands very strong again to support all the natural calamities were impacted, communities have been impacted. So any mapping support that's needed to the communities. Taiwan was one very much where TomTom supported. There are a lot of events also from India, Vijayawada, recent floods where we mapped things around So a lot of humanitarian efforts being done globally again from TomTom sites. These are some of these numbers you can see. Very important part of this presentation today would be talking about how TomTom's financial support has been throughout 2023 plus 2024. So we are also OpenStreetMap Foundation Platinum member. Q4 2023 map relay and operation funding was done by TomTom again, who have map relay run very fine and smooth every time. March 2024 Global Youth Mappers Partnership and donation was done again, budget and resource allocation to ongoing support of OpenStreetMap, editing or edit validation, okay, and sponsorship. Now I can give this real example of sponsoring State of the Maps Asia and other State of the Maps conferences globally that are happening, right? Sponsoring and attending to the presenting and State of the Maps events and conferences, same information. So let's run through this. TomTom and OpenStreetMap Foundation. So we have been part of OpenStreetMap Foundation working group. Salim Baidyun is again part of this from engineering side and segment from legals, right? So very proudly also part of foundation working groups. Actively supporting all the events across Europe or anything else, Asia Pacific as well again. So if you're very much interested in learning more, do visit our website at this link here provided, or you can scan this QR code and learn more about all our upcoming events. I'll zoom in this for you so that you can scan and learn more about our OSM engagement events that we have been organizing globally and supporting communities globally on all this page, okay? So I think this is my last slide, and thank you so much for all your attention. If you have any questions now, do let me know so that I can take some time and share things.
Thank you, Kiran. It was so amazing. So and very insightful in a very short amount of time. You gave a very brief interaction about TomTom and the projects, also the contribution and the future upcoming, how they can connect to you and eventually contribute in the community. So that's really amazing. Thank you so much for being with us. And I heard that you tried so much to get here, even till last day, but unfortunately you couldn't. Yeah. So we are missing you, obviously. So hope to see you soon in person, and thank you so much for joining with us in SOTM Asia 2024. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great time socializing, networking, and meeting new people there. Have a great day.